Hi, I'm Vinod from Dell Technologies. In this demo, we will see how to protect the namespace and PVCs on the Rancher Kubernetes cluster using PowerProtect Data Manager. Before proceeding with data protection, we will briefly explore the Rancher Kubernetes cluster setup. This is the high-level overview of the setup for this demo. This is the Rancher Management Server UI. We see there are two custom Rancher Kubernetes clusters, Dell 001 and 002, and one local Rancher Management cluster. The provider is RKE2 and Kubernetes version is 1.21.10. In this demo, we will explore and protect Dell 002 cluster. Select the cluster, navigate to nodes. This cluster comprises of 3 nodes and each node has all the roles such as control plane, etcd and worker. And for the persistent volume for this cluster, we have Dell PowerFlex, which is integrated using the PowerFlex CSI driver. As mentioned earlier, we have 3 RKE nodes and each node has all the roles. Hence, I have deployed and configured an external load balancer to act as a front-end endpoint for these RKE2 nodes. And through the load balancer, we will integrate this Rancher Kubernetes cluster with PowerProtect Data Manager and discover the namespaces and PVCs for data protection. As a prerequisite for successful authentication of PowerProtect Data Manager with the Rancher Kubernetes cluster through the load to this cluster configuration file. To add the load balancer details to this cluster configuration file, navigate to the hamburger icon, select cluster management. Select Dell 002 cluster. Choose the kebab menu and select edit config. Navigate to networking. In the TLS alternate name section, enter the load balancer IP or FQDN details. Once done, click Save. For this demo, I have deployed a MySQL application in this cluster. Navigate to hamburger icon. Select Dell 002 from the Explore cluster section. Select Workloads and click on Deployments. We see the MySQL application that is available on the namespace MySQL class 2. Select the deployment. We see the MySQL application pod is running. Also for this demo, I have created a sample database and table in this MySQL application. Let's explore them from the command line interface to this cluster. These are the 3 RKE2 nodes available on this cluster. We see the namespace MySQL class 2, which has the MySQL application pod running. Let's get the pod details. We see the MySQL application pod running. Let's connect to the application. We are now connected with the MySQL database. For this demo, I have created a sample database called employee details. This is the sample table that I have created on this database. We will now integrate this Rancher Kubernetes cluster Dell 002 with PowerProtect Data Manager and protect this corresponding MySQL application PVC and namespace. Navigate to PowerProtect Data Manager UI. Navigate to Infrastructure. Select Asset Sources. Click on Add. Enter a name for the Rancher Kubernetes cluster. Input the IP or FQDN of the external load balancer with the port 6443. Enter the host credential details. Input the service account token. Click on Verify. Click on Save. The Rancher Kubernetes cluster is now successfully added to Data Manager. Let's wait for the asset discovery to get completed. To monitor, navigate to System Jobs. We see the asset discovery job in progress. The asset discovery job is now successful. Navigate to Infrastructure, click on Assets, filter with the cluster name, RKE. We now see all the namespace and PVCs that are available on the Rancher Kubernetes cluster is now discovered successfully. We will now create a protection policy to protect this namespace MySQL class 2 and respective PVC. Navigate to Protection, click on Protection Policies, click on Add, enter a name for the protection policy. Select the asset, MySQL class 2 namespace. Click Next. Enter the retention details. Once done, click on Save. Review the summary and click on Finish. The protection policy configuration in progress. Let's wait for the configuration to get completed. The protection policy configuration is now successful. We will now perform a manual backup. Navigate to Protection, click on Protection Policies. Select the protection policy and click on Protect Now. The manual backup is now in progress. We will monitor the backup job from the protection job section. The backup job is now in progress. Let's wait for the backup to get completed. The backup has been completed successfully. We will now verify the protection copy. Navigate to Restore. Click on Assets. Select the namespace. Click on View Copies. Select DD. The production copy is now available and ready to restore. We will now perform a restore for these MySQL PVCs from the backup copy to a new namespace and verify the data. Select the backup copy and click on Restore. Select Restore to Original Cluster. Select Restore to a new namespace. Enter a name for the new namespace. I would like to name it as MySQL class 2-restore. Click Next. Select the PVC. Review the summary. Click on Restore. The restore job has been started successfully. Let's monitor the restore from the production job section. We now see the restore job is in progress. Let's wait for the restore to get completed. Let's navigate to cluster CLI and check the status. We now see the new namespace MySQL class 2-restore has been created successfully. The restore is still in progress. Let's navigate back to PowerProtect Data Manager UI and monitor the restore. The restore is now successful. Let's verify the same from the cluster CLI. The MySQL pod is now successfully restored to this new namespace MySQL class 2-restore. We will now log into the MySQL application pod to verify the database and table that is restored to the new namespace. Here we go. The same database employee details and the respective table that was created on the original application pod belonging to the old namespace is now available with the restored namespace. This confirms the successful backup and recovery of namespaces and PVCs that are available in the Rancher Kubernetes cluster using PowerProtect Data Manager. For more details, refer PowerProtect Data Manager for Kubernetes white paper and see PowerProtect Data Manager and SUSE Rancher website. Thanks for watching this demo.